Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with California Ag Network reporting to you here today from the Tree Vine Expo. It's been a great day and a great opportunity for growers, for pest control advisors, and others to get their continuing education credits. We had the Stanislaus County Ag Department come and speak, and we had a surprise visitor here with us today, Linda Pinfold. She's the new Ag Commissioner over there as of March. Of 2023 here, so we want to introduce her to the industry. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so as you introduced, I'm Linda Pinfold. I'm the new Ag Commissioner for Stanislaus County. I started at the end of March. Before that, I've been working in the California Ag Commissioner system since 1999, so I guess that's almost 25 years.
So new to Stanislaus, but not to what you're doing.
That's right, not in the system. So I worked for Solano County for over 20 years. If you might say, my specialty there was working especially with quarantine and quarantine pests. So I worked with a lot of pest eradication projects there. And then I moved over to San Joaquin, and I worked in San Joaquin in various capacities. But when I left, I was the assistant commissioner, and then I came over here this past March.
That's great. Now, you're coming into this position at an interesting time.
Yes.
There's been a lot of changes, and it seems like every year there's more and stricter regulations coming down the pipeline. I reminded the folks here today from the presentations that, don't shoot the messenger.
Yep.
You guys are here to help. If growers, our pest control advisors have questions, tell us about what they should do.
So I guess if I can say my perspective, regulations happen. Let me just put it that way. We're going to do our best to try to, as soon as we're hearing about regulations and new laws, to try to make sure that we're bringing those forward to industry. When we know that they're getting enacted or in the process of being enacted, as well, we're going to do our best to try to make sure that we're working with growers to try to help keep it simple, make it easy and understandable to the best of our ability. We want to be accessible. I want growers to feel comfortable with contacting my staff anytime they have a question, because we want to do all we can to make it so that way it's not, yes, regulations can be burdensome. I'm not going to color it any other way, but we're going to do our best to try to help simplify that so that way people can understand and make good decisions so they can work with those regulations. We don't want to see violations. We want to support our industry to be successful. And in Stanislaus, what I love about Stanislaus is it is our number one industry, and we're very proud of that. So growers are what make that they're our lifeblood here.
That's wonderful. Yeah, and I'm sure you're not issuing citations for people that come in and ask questions.
No.
So you said today you have an open door to your office.
Always.
And there are difficulties, and so if growers have difficulty, making things work with some of the new regulations, the things that are going on at DPR, they don't always know. You're more of the boots on the ground, visiting with the farmers, and so if they have challenges and things aren't working quite right, is there a good opportunity for growers to voice their concerns to you and you to pass it back to DPR?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I beg growers to let me know if they're having problems being able to conform with regulations, if they're seeing that there's some things that it's just not working. We'll work with them and try to interpret that, but I do need to have that information. I bring that to the Department of Pesticide Regulation, or maybe it might be in other areas where I need to bring it to the Department of Food and Agriculture. And then as well, I work with other county agricultural commissioners in the County Agricultural Commissioners Associations, and we can work with policy along those lines too. I'm going to do my best to advocate for growers here in Stanislaus County as well as California, but of course in my job I really am focused on Stanislaus. But I'm going to do my best to advocate for them when it comes to working with the state and the federal government.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Linda. We're excited to have you. I can just tell you bring a good spirit, and I'm sure you're going to do great.
Yep.
So
I'm
thank you.
excited to be here.
Thank you so much. Read more about these things in our publications. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.